Power 106.7.
Live and direct.
Let's go. Hey, this is Cuba Gooding Jr. and Double J. I love you, face.
There it is, right there. Now, let me ask you. Some people say Cuba Gooding Jr. Growing up, I always thought it was Cuba, but it's not. It's Cuba Gooding Jr., correct?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And it's funny. You remember, well, they're both passed away now, but Siskel and Ebert, the show Siskel and Ebert.
You had to stomp one of them out for saying your name wrong.
No, he comes to me and he says, I'm writing a book and on how to pronounce celebrities' names. How do you pronounce your name? I said Cuba, hard Q. He said, great. And in the book, he wrote KOO-BA.
What the?
I was like, is he serious? I couldn't believe it.
So you wish you would have stomped him out.
Yeah.
Can I just get that for the record? Cuba Gooding Jr. wanted to stomp out Roger Ebert. What bugs you more, when people call you Cuba Gooding Jr. or when they come up to you and yell, show me the money?
Well, neither. I shouldn't say that it bothers me, even though sometimes if I'm in a bar and somebody's had a few drinks, they're yelling it over and over. I get a little grating, but I think the Cuba thing bothers my parents more than it does me, so they make me correct people.
Right.
They're like, why do you let them say your name? Because it's the way they name me a certain way. But I guess, if they say your name, they say your name. It's a good thing. So.
If you just tuned into the program, it is Double J in the Morning Power 106.7. Cuba Gooding Jr. on the program with us. Say his name right, or he'll stomp you out like he almost stomped out Roger Ebert. Is what we came to find out.
That's right.
Was Show Me the Money, was that in the original script, or was that like an ad-lib line that you did?
No, that was always in the script. Always. Cameron Crowe traveled with a team of a football team. I want to say the Arizona Cardinals, but he literally through the season was on the bus with them. And in this one particular day, this one wide receiver he was following was on the phone with his agent trying to close a deal, and he was literally like, yo man, why am I wasting my time with you, man? Because I'm out here busting my ass, and your only job in life is to show me the money. You know what I'm saying? That's all you're supposed to do is just show me. But as a matter of fact, you should just focus on that moment in time, not just the money, but showing me how you gonna get the money. And it was like one of those riffs that he recorded, and then all of that came out of it. And when we actually shot that scene in the tub, as he starts to riff on that again, Cameron is off camera yelling stuff to me. You should be dreaming about me, Jerry. You should be living this moment. I should be on your mind. And he was saying some of the most crazy, way out stuff you can imagine. And the crew is laughing, and I have the bubbles on my head, and I'm just repeating everything Cameron's throwing at me, and I'm thinking of stuff myself. And that's the best collaborative moment you can get as an actor with a director that doesn't care about anything but finding the truth and just it was great. That was really a wonderful time.
Did Renee Zellweger hit on you? I heard she had a crush on you. No, never once.
No.
Huh? Interesting.
She was. That's funny. No, it was good though.
Both your mom and dad are both singers. 2 questions. Can you sing? And did you ever think about becoming a singer if you can sing?
Well, I can sing more now than I could growing up. I mean, my father was a songbird, and he was always in the house singing. And if you couldn't carry a tune a certain way, you were discouraged from my household. I think my dad's, he literally would either be playing his new album or just a cappella walking around the house. So I was never given the opportunity, but I was always an entertainer. I was always dancing, and I think that's where that bug kind of kicked in with me.
You used to be a break dancer for Lionel Richie, is that correct?
Well, I was one of the Olympic break dancers behind him during the closing ceremonies of the '84 Olympics.
When I hear stories, I like to ask if they're true or not. So I heard Lionel Richie banned you from coming around him because his daughter fell in love with your devilishly good looks. Is that true?
Who told you that?
It is true, isn't it?
Well,
you and Nicole Ritchie.
What was I, 16 and she was like 7 or something? It's like, I don't think so.
If there had been a part 2 for Boyz N The Hood, would you have done it?
Absolutely. I actually did this film called Life of a King that was at the LA Film Festival, and it in a way is my answer to Boyz N The Hood. So when you hear of that movie, when it's released, hopefully towards the end of this year, and you see it, you'll understand why, because it's another inner city tale, and I'm the Furious Styles character in this piece, and there's these new, young, up-and-coming 19-year-old group of actors that play these street kids, and I'm just proud of it. So I'll come back and talk about that when the time is right.
You're in Albuquerque quite a bit. You were just here a few months ago. I got to bring it up just because it was in the news. You kind of got in a little bit of trouble, or at least TMZ alleged you got in a little bit of trouble. The rumors were that you're at an Albuquerque bar and you're sexually harassing women is the bottom line.
Well, you got to first understand that I started as a break dancer, and my whole thing was being comfortable in a crowd of people. And if I didn't make people smile, laugh, and cheer, I didn't get change, and I didn't eat that night. I mean, that's how I grew up. And just because I've made millions of dollars and won Academy Awards and all of that stuff, I'm still that guy. You know, I've been on Broadway here in Manhattan since February. Okay, so it's like I've been almost 7 months on stage. Every night I go to a bar, be it a piano bar or something else, and it's either karaoke, singing, gregarious. I can't let rumors and all of these other things dictate what I do and who I am. And the thing is, and the greatest thing is, no matter what the rumors are, there's always a group of people that come out and say, I was there, it didn't happen like that, he's that guy. But it's not going to stop me from going out and interacting with the people, because that's how I was a street performer. I was a little Negro kid with the cardboard doing backflips for quarters in a hat. That's me. And it still is. And I respect people, and I feel that people feel that I'm approachable. And that's the best thing about it. And I remember that time I was actually there in Albuquerque visiting Jerry Bruckheimer, who had done the Lone Ranger movie there, and I was literally there. I don't think I was in the city for more than 24 hours. So I sat in this bar and took as many pictures as anybody wanted to take. And when I left, some of those pictures came out of me, with the arms around people smiling, and then the stories followed. And that happens. It just happens. But I know, my God-fearing upbringing from my mom, and my mom always says, people find you accessible. Don't ever let that light distinguish in you or extinguish itself in your soul. And I don't. And it's just a price to pay. And the thing is Albuquerque is one of my favorite places to visit anyway. And every time I talk to somebody from there, they talk about these instances. But you know what? It's because it's a good time. It's a good time in Albuquerque, and I love the people.
So who do I need to stomp out for you?
Yeah.
I'll take a
No, what you need to do is next time you hear I'm in Albuquerque, find the bar I'm in, and you can enjoy the party. That's how I see it.
Let's talk about the new movie. It is The Butler. There's huge buzz on this movie. You working with Oprah Winfrey, you working with Forrest Whitaker,
Lenny Kravitz.
That's some pretty big star power, along with yourself, Cuba Gooding Jr. When you guys sit together in a room, do you guys share ideas? Do you pass around ideas? Does Oprah ever give you acting tips? And do you have to backhand her and say, "No, Oprah, shut up. I'm better than you"?
Well, it's kind of a crazy question, but I think in the heart of the question is they are truly talented individuals. Oprah Winfrey, Lenny Kravitz, Forrest Whitaker, Vanessa Redgrave, Robin Williams. When you get that energy in a room, it's just a creative thing to behold. And to be a part of that, sure, they're talking about doing albums together. I don't know if you've seen the movie, but there's a song that Gladys Knight sings, Gladys Knight, and it's amazing because Lenny Kravitz said, Gladys, let me produce a song for you, and we put it in the movie. And when you hear this song, it's amazing. And things like that happened every day on the set. I think David Oyelowo, who plays the son of Oprah, is producing a movie with her now that she's financing. That was another relationship that was born out of the set. I mean, it was one of those sets where every day something amazing was happening.
Lee Daniels, The Butler, out in theaters on Friday.
Yes, Friday, August 16th, and we're proud of it.
Cuba, next time you're in Albuquerque, swing by the station. We'll go stomp some people out at a bar together, okay?
I love it, brother. Sure.
LB will do all the sexual harassment for you.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, no, stop it.
Cuba Gooding Jr., ladies and gentlemen. Thanks.
And that's how it's done.
Wake up, wake up. Wake up with Double J in the morning. Weekdays 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Power 106.7.